Okay. It's my turn to tell a story. Well, that's what the card said. Everyone goes around and tells each other their favorite Halloween story. Not every story about Halloween has to be scary. Ugh, you guys are such party poopers. Fine. Don't listen to my story. Whatever. See if I care. I'll just listen to another one about a demon. They're hunting a girl in the woods and she breaks her heel. Anyone knows you don't go walking in the woods in heels. Okay, I went to the barn one time because I didn't feel like lacing up my boots. One time! And that was just to close the doors. It's less than half a mile away. It's only like 70 yards. I could sprint that. Oh, you guys are being bad friends. No, I'm not actually upset. You're right, though. I don't like telling scary stories. No, I don't mind. I did have a really good one about the Headless Horseman, though. Well, actually, I heard this one in an audio story. Yes, it was that one with Kirishima and Bakugo, but look, I was young, okay, and it's still really good, and I still gotta know what happens. I can't help I like immersion. Leave me alone. Okay. Can I tell the story, please? It's actually kind of cool. Well, I'm not gonna give you all the lore on the story, with the characters and the anime characters and everything because you don't want to hear that. What I am gonna tell you though is that everybody was wrong. The Headless Horseman, at least in the version I like to believe, isn't a bad guy. No, he's actually a good guy. He just has to be scary. Okay. So long time ago, this man was killed. He was an innocent man who lived on a farm, a ranch, which explains why he knew how to ride so well. But he lived by himself, and he was very lonely. So he would talk to his horses to keep himself sane. Some believed it drove him mad. Others know the real reason. He was just lonely. So, when famine came, he set out to get medicine to heal the people of the town. Even though they all picked on him and thought he, was crazy, forced him into isolation because everyone was afraid of the man who talked to the horse. Some people think he believed he was a horse. But despite all of these allegations, this man still wanted to help when the town was sieged by plague and sickness. It turns out an evil spirit was lurking through the town. None of the priests or pastors could get rid of it. It would come through in the night, steal the breath straight from people's mouths, suffocating them, killing them. But the demon, the evil that was plaguing the area, wasn't afraid of any of these pastors or priests because they were more afraid of it. So it knew it had power. And this man, being a religious, righteous man, did not care for the death of innocent children and lives that this demon was causing. So, he put an end to it. He prayed one night in a desperate plea out in the pasture with his horses, resting under the stars, afraid that that demon would take the lives of his livestock, of the creatures who always listened to him, who were always kind, who loved him simply for existing. And so, he prayed. God, being a good God, heard his prayer and came to the man one night and told him, I will give you power to protect them, but you must devote your life to this cause. You must sacrifice for these people. The man figured, well, he has got nothing else to lose. These people already fear him, find him strange, and call him names. What more could they do to hurt him? So, that night, the Spirit of the Lord came over the land, took the man's life and the stallion that was resting beside him, and imbued it with its own holy power. The horse was hardly altered, having not been changed by sin over time. But the man, well, he lost his face, lost his head, lost what made him appear human in nature. In exchange, he was given a lantern, and the unbroke stallion was now loyal and faithful, devoted to the man and the cause of protecting these people from the evil. But being headless made him even more feared by the people. The first woman who stumbled upon him in the field ran away in terror and later died of fear. For she had looked at the man now imbued with holy power, seeing God inside of him. And God's power was far too much. So she fled. The man cloaked himself and mounted the horse. And when the world was silent and dark, he strode through town with only the lantern, prowling for the evil spirit that was plaguing this town. He would venture through at night, heeding warnings to villagers to stay indoors, shut your windows. At the sound of hoofsteps on cobble, you must quiver under your sheets and pray the Headless Horseman does not find you. At least, that's what the woman said before she died. Because of this misinterpretation, they thought the man to be a physical embodiment of the evil spirit, of the demon that was lurking their streets. Instead, it was simply the true power of God shining through a man who had nothing to lose and everything to gain. So that night, he trotted through town. He couldn't see, but he could sense the evil and where it lurked. His horse being his eyes, he now had to trust a stallion. Unbroke, unbothered by rain or storm. And soon enough they found that evil spirit. And they chased it all throughout the night. And now the spirit had something to fear. The power of God. Though the man could not speak when questioned by strangers, or demon hunters as they claimed to be. Instead, his horse would rear with a loud whinny and race away from these men. And so, rumors spread. And this man became feared as the Headless Horseman, deemed devilish, simply because of a woman's false testimony. The man never blamed her, for he too at times was afraid. But then he thought of the good he was doing, of how he was protecting young children from being killed. Men, women, innocent lives, the old, even doctors. And that is the true legend of the Headless Horseman. Some even believe he still travels through shadows at night, guarding those who choose to believe in the holy. That's why we feel conviction, why some are soothed by the sound of hoofbeats on cobblestone, and others are unnerved. The Headless Horseman is just a man with the power of God inside. What do you think about that story, huh? So, actually, in the book, I say book, but in the story that I listened to where I got that inspiration, he is a guy that got turned because he wanted to help people. Devoted his life to protecting the innocent. He just had to be scarier than what everyone else was afraid of. Yeah, I did just make that up on the spot. Could you tell? Was it bad? I really appreciate you guys not interrupting me if it was. Oh, really? You liked it? Thanks. Well, I just think a lot of these things are misconceptions. And we're choosing to let that fear control us, you know? Yeah. So, I don't know, I just kind of made that up. You know, maybe it's not, he's not a bad guy. He's just trying to help. I don't know. Maybe it was just a silly story. I probably shouldn't have said anything. Oh, really? Thanks. um, when I was younger in high school, you remember when, yeah, Miss Ice, she had us write those scary stories around Halloween time for extra credit? I wrote one, but no, it wasn't that one. It was a lot different. I don't even remember what it was called. I think it was like something about a curse, and I don't remember. Oh, thanks. See? It was a good story, and you guys were doubting me. It was kind of scary, wasn't it? It was eerie. I'll take eerie. Okay. Who's next, though? Wait. Let me go get another drink. Of apple juice, of course. Ooh, actually, maybe I'll have some of that peach juice you brought. No, the peach mango thingy. Yeah, where'd you guys put that? Oh, it's over here. Okay. No. Go ahead. I can hear. You can get started. It's okay. Ooh, this is gonna be really good. Okay, let me hear it. This is which one? The vampire one? Oh, yes. Oh my gosh, I remember you mentioning that. Okay. I'm gonna sit down. Ooh. I got a sneak peek on this one. This one's really good. Okay. Whenever you're ready, let's do this. Ooh, yes. I love that title. Oh, you're so creative. Sorry. I really like stories. I'll be quiet.